All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Unprepared. If you noticed, I'm wearing this shirt and like three of them because I've done a bunch today for some reason. Anyways, today we're going to welcome to the show a good friend of mine, Alex Streck. Me and Alex Streck actually at Klaviyo Boston, which is funny because we're going to talk a little bit about Klaviyo today. But anyways, Alex, welcome to the show. How's it going?
Thanks, Chase. It's going well.
I just realized I did
How
like
about
kind
you?
of my podcast spiel with this intro when this is not a podcast.
Yeah, it's like a mini little short podcast, but we seem much more unprepared than what the title of the podcast suggests.
Yeah, we figured it out like 2 minutes ago. So, anyways, I let the people know what you do, by the way, before we get into it, because you haven't even been a guest on the podcast yet.
Yeah, so I'm Alex Schreck. I work at an agency out of San Diego called Best Worlds. I'm based in Scottsdale, Arizona. We're a fully remote team. The owner's been doing e-commerce for about 21 years. Started way back in '99, where he hosted the FIFA World Cup and online store, and ever since then has been doing e-commerce. I joined a little less than a year ago, mainly focused on Magento, Shopify development. We specialize in conversion rate optimization, A/B testing. We won the Magento Innovations Lab Award for A/B test extension. And that's not just like your normal front-end A/B tests. We do like shipping threshold tests where you're able to test two different stores with a different free shipping threshold to see which one produces like the highest revenue per visit. Anyone can, go down to free shipping and increase their conversion rate, but it's really the bottom line revenue impact of that you need to look at. And yeah, so a lot of optimizations, and I've been doing e-commerce since 2015, since I came out of college, and been loving it.
Awesome. So beforehand, we kind of outlined three things that your typical small business owner should be focusing on right now. And these are, pretty spot on for the times. I think that right now is the time to tackle that project that you've been putting off because you have the time. Anyways, the first one that you brought up was kind of the platform. So I guess do you want to kind of dive in a bit there and what you meant by that?
Yeah, so I mean, if you look at you want your e-commerce business to be sustainable. I mean, unless you're just trying to create like a quick fad store that is hitting on a time where ads are going to perform really well for it, and then just make as much money you can with that store and then move on to the next one. You really need to look at what platform you're on. And if you want to be sustainable over a long period of time, you're going to want a platform that can scale and grow with your business, that you can continue to convert shoppers when ads might not be performing, and be able to communicate with customers when ads might not be performing as well. So you have a longer sustainable business that you can rely on over time, and having a platform that can support that is very important.
So it'd be kind of taking a step back from that. It'd be like right now would probably be the time to reconsider or look at if like your Squarespace or your WordPress site or like your Etsy store, like if that's really moving the needle for your business, and if you are, like you said, if it's a fad thing or if you're just trying to quickly sell some t-shirts or something, like, yeah, that's one thing. But if you're looking to build a sustainable business here, you need to make sure that the backbone of your business can support your growth. And I know some of the platforms out there cannot support growth over time. And oftentimes people are like, I wish I just did it right from the beginning.
Right. Like if you're a brick and mortar store and you have a basic site set up right now to, supplement that brick and mortar store, you're kind of realizing like, oh crap, like, now I'm forced to shut down my store. I had this site where I can conduct business, but I maybe should have looked at putting a little more energy into this earlier on. So now you can still communicate and do business with those customers when you're forced to be
Yeah, that's
online.
a great transition. Let's talk about what they should have been doing. What were the efforts they should have been doing on this website? Kind of within the marketing space. Like what are things people are probably often overlooking that they're probably realizing right now that they shouldn't have?
So if you have a brick and mortar store and have loyal customers that are coming in, or even new customers from foot traffic, um, your store or your online store after they leave your store is a way for you to continue to engage with them, especially like, even if they check out in store, grab their email address, and you can now own that relationship with that person and continue to brand yourself to them and make them more of loyal customers. If you're an essential good, it's now a space where when your store does close down, they can more efficiently go get your product. So we work with some, so in our agency, we've had about half of our merchants get just hammered by this, and half of them are having a huge influx in their direct-to-consumer e-commerce because, they're wholesaling and Walmart and Whole Foods and stuff like that. And because that business was booming so much, um, they were kind of neglecting their e-commerce store. And while the e-commerce store is there, and all these people that now can't go to Walmart and Whole Foods to get, or don't want to, those stores are still open, but they're preferring to go online. There's this huge influx now, and good thing they were on a good supported platform, but it was also a little neglected. So now the site is a little up to date. Now everybody's coming and experiencing your brand on there. And you're kind of thinking like, oh man, if I would have had this more up to date before everybody came to my store, they'd be having a much better experience. It could actually like hurt you if you're not set up correctly on your direct to consumer, and it's more of a supporting site.
Yeah, I mean that's the name of the game right there with e-commerce is experience. So often times people reach out to agencies and consultants and they like, hey, I want to scale, I want to throw X amount of dollars at paid ads. That's only going to go so far if your experience is bad, because you could have the best ad in the world, you could hire the best advertiser in the world, but if your website experience sucks, people are going to get to your website from that ad and then just bounce because they don't want to deal with that experience. Experience matters, I would say, parallel if not more than your paid ad expert, because without the experience to help people convert, like it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of years ago, the name of the game was, find a product where you could advertise and make a profit on that sale, that one sale. Then it started shifting to sometimes not even profiting on that first sale, just breaking even, um, and then recouping the money and profitability over time by remarketing to them on the back
Mm-hmm.
end with things like Klaviyo and your customer support systems and post-purchase systems and just every touch point, social media. That's then when you can create that sustainable long-term business over time, because when you're like email marketing and all these other channels end up being a lot cheaper than acquiring the customer to get more sales from those customers, those repeat orders.
Absolutely. Hey, we're almost running out of time here. Let the people know if they want to get a hold of you, where they should go, what they should do.
Yeah, find me on LinkedIn. The quickest way to get to my LinkedIn page is just type into the address bar Shrek.io. That's spelled Schreck, not like the movie. Um, and it pulls up LinkedIn. You can connect with me there, or you can find me on Twitter at AP Shrek.
Alex, thank you.